I know, yesterday again, you were up until 2 a.m. overthinking. You were caught up in that overthinking too. But in this video today, we are going to discuss one technique that has helped me in overcoming my overthinking problem. I'm not saying I don't go in that lane now, I do go. But this one technique has helped me in coming back from that lane. Like, I don't stick in that overthinking lane or overthinking spiral. I enter into that and then I come back again. So, watch this video till the end. I'll share the technique with you. You were worrying about how to handle your boss or how to become wealthy or rehearsing what will you tell your ex when you meet them in 10 years. Your chest feels tight. Your mind is running 1,000 simulations of what could go wrong. You think you can control the outcome. You think if you plan enough, stress enough, or think enough, you can control and be safe. But then you stress about what happens if the result isn't what you imagined. Here is what is really happening. You are not controlling the outcome. You are drowning in it. You have become a prisoner of your own mind, compromising your sleep and peace for a future that has not even happened. What if I told you you can stop this overthinking spiral with just one mindset shift? A shift that not only brings peace but actually manifests the best possible life for you. That shift is surrendering to Krishna. Unlike you, I was also a chronic overthinker. But this one shift has helped me come out of it. I'll share two techniques in the end, so stay with me. Here is the truth: overthinking is just our ego trying to play the god. We are overthinking because we believe the result depends 100% on our worry. We think if we stop worrying, the car will crash. And that is a crushing load for any human to carry. The Bhagavad Gita offers the ultimate relief in chapter 18, verse 66. Abandon all duties and simply surrender unto me alone. I shall deliver you from all reactions. Do not fear. Krishna is saying, I am the driver. You are just the passenger, sitting in the back seat. So stop trying to steer the wheel from the back seat. To understand how surrender breaks the loop, let's look at the story of Gajendra, the king of elephants. When a crocodile grabbed his leg, Gajendra didn't surrender immediately. He thought, I am powerful. I can fix this. He fought, he strategized, he overthought the whole scenarios, but the crocodile was stronger in the water. The struggle lasted 1,000 years. As long as Gajendra fought with his ego, he suffered. Then he realized that thinking couldn't save him. He stopped fighting. He lifted a lotus flower and simply said, Narayan, I am yours. In that moment, when he stopped trying to control the outcome, Lord Vishnu appeared instantly and cut loose the crocodile. We are all Gajendra. The crocodile is our work anxiety, relationship stress. Now, how does surrender stop the thoughts? It changes the equation. Usually, we overthink because we're terrified of not getting what we want. But when we surrender to Krishna, we adopt a new logic. If I get what I want, that is great. If I don't get what I want, that will be greatest. Why? Because if I don't get what I planned, it means I'm getting what Krishna planned. And because Krishna loves me more than I love myself, his plan is indefinitely better than my tiny imagination. When you truly believe this, the mind stops. Why worry about the result when both outcomes are a victory? Knowing this is easy, but remembering it at 2 a.m. is hard. Now, I'll give you two techniques that I use to come out of this overthinking loop before it captures my whole mind and disturbs my sleep. Technique 1 is visual trigger. Our minds are forgetful. We spiral because we forget who is in charge. So, I have set a beautiful wallpaper of Krishna on my phone and on my laptop. I surrender to Krishna. Every time my mind starts to panic, I look at his image and it acts as a stop sign. It reminds me he's watching. He is the controller. Why am I worrying and overthinking? It forces me to snap out of the loop and breathe. Technique 2, the gratitude letter to Krishna. Then at night, to ensure I sleep peacefully, I write a short letter to Krishna. I write, "Thank you, Krishna, for handling my problems today." If there is an issue I am stressed about, I write this specific sentence: "I am worried about this job, relationship, but I am handling this file to you. You decide the result. I accept whatever you give because I trust your love." When you do this, you are physically handing the luggage over to him. You are saying, "You drive, I'll sleep. Try this." Change your wallpaper, write a letter to Krishna tonight, and remind yourself, if you get this, good. If you don't, that's better, because that's Krishna's plan. And if you want, you can share your letter to Krishna with us. Every Saturday in our Letter to Krishna episode, we read out your letters with the same devotion and intention you put into writing it, with a personal response. Sometimes your stories bring light to other people who are in the darkness. Send your letters to modernaimystic@gmail.com. If the video was informative, do like it, share it with someone who needs it the most today, and subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. Until we meet next time, Radhe Krishna, and take care.